Yes, back with another video that I had to do due to the fact that I've come up with this um, railroad track as you see. Now, I don't know how much of this is left in Ashburnham, but I had literally gotten back into my 1977 Bigfoot sighting, and as you can read here, it goes on to say, and like I said, with all these tracks, all came from New Hampshire. So each and every one of these tracks, besides the Fitchburg Railroad that you can't find, or I can't find, or anybody can't find, is due to the fact that all these tracks came from New Hampshire. Now, I do not know what the black lines mean here, and my man Dave from Vermont told me that there was a railroad track somewhere in here at one point in time that could have led to the confusion of this Bigfoot sighting. I mean, there is a bunch of fire roads that I have found out about, but they lead way over near the Winchendon line near New Hampshire, but there is railroad tracks out there, and I have done videos on it that show in old maps at the railroad tracks that lead up to New Hampshire line in near fire roads where this guy supposedly said he was, and this is called the Ashburnham Switchback. And it goes on to say, exists along the Guilford line between Gardner and Fitchburg Horseshoe Curve. This horseshoe curve is located in South Ashburnham. And that's where my man Dave said he'd found a track line, which damn pug down here. I think he's gonna go shit. Man, not shit on my rug. Yeah, that rug. Goddamn dog. But I'm going with maybe these two lines that this guy had drew. Maybe be the tracks that Dave was speaking of. And that's what I'm going with this. But why they connect into this and why this came around about, maybe because they dropped off in the factories in this vicinity and just went back out. I mean, whatever the damn case may be. Hang on a sec. I gotta bring this goddamn dog out in the backyard. Jesus Christ. Goddamn dog gonna friggin' poop on my floor. But I just wanted to do this video anyways due to the fact that I'm thinking these black lines are what Dave was speaking of. And this guy has a bunch of pictures here of the railroad lines and so forth that you can see clearly. These are his pictures. Hope I don't get messed around with copywriting. But I don't know if this happened to come up in what Dave had given me and all this other article stuff, but I might have found this myself. But yeah, as you can clearly see down here, I think this might be the horseshoe part where it still exists, but everything else is right covered with trees and the earth has grown over all this. So I mean, that being said, and where these tracks, I mean, I might start with this and maybe see what I can find with this, but I know exactly where the hell this is. And I can just imagine if it is if it is in the switchback or whatever, these are tracks that run. Hopefully, maybe I can start here to find out where they run up on the map. Run! In here, then. Run! And, yeah, start from this of finding that railroad track that leads up to the New Hampshire line. So, I mean, yeah. But that being said, and finding this article was, and mind you, once again, looking into this, and these pictures and photos, I believe, were taken in, oh, damn, I don't think I saved that. Like in 2000, maybe 9 or 2006. No, I think it was 2009, I believe. But once, because of the Hoosac Tunnel, that came up too. But once again, here is the article, the original thing. Speaking right of the Route 12, the fire road. I did call and contact, and I'm hoping they'll get back to me by tomorrow, but I called the town hall and they sent me to the road department or whatever, one of the departments. And I'm going to give them a ring tomorrow and to see if this is the railroad tracks or where Colony Road, because I did find an article and I forgot to do the damn video for it, mind you. But Ashburnham or Ashby changed a lot of names of their roads. So, I mean, that being said, how many roads were changed here? And like I say in another video, near Leominster Lake, where Leominster Lake used to be Fallbrook, and now it's Pennacook Ave, or place, or whatever, over there of Route 117. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that could have happened. Of course, these lines are fairly gone, but not forgotten. But I've driven by this goddamn place so many friggin' times, and I never noticed these tracks. Of course, as you can see, the horseshoe ends up behind buildings and stuff, so you can just imagine that, why I never seen them, because it does go on to say that, yeah, most of this is covered in, but as far as 2009 or something, or it seems to say that the grade still exists to this day and is remarkably good straight east side, which is where I began. I mostly cut into the earth. The west side is mostly built up, and I followed the main line back to where I started and took pictures along the way. An aerial below, of course, is what I show you. Horseshoe Cove curve. I have put some shaky black lines to illustrate the location of the grade. So I don't know what the frick the grade means. Grade must mean old tracks. And meaning it was, and this goes on to say, horseshoe curve was until 1875 a switchback, meaning it was more of a V shape, and it was replaced by the more useful horseshoe curve. So, yeah, V shape right there. These are the old track rails then. So that means that this horseshoe was built, the V would connect right there, but where they ran the tracks like this, I guess, and looped it to make, so there's missing tracks, of course. It's just finding out in this part where it goes straight across the road, where that goes to. And that right there, my people, is where I need to find out, right, where the frig that goddamn line goes to, and how far up the New Hampshire and where it went so I can find these firework roads. Because like near the Winchton line where I found them, I haven't did a video on that yet either. But I had gone up there and I did look, and it's gated area now. It's all closed in. Looks like something the city workers do, the town workers would go through. But missing roads, missing tracks. That's why this damn thing's so friggin' hard to find. And yeah, the tracks, let alone, is just, hard to friggin' deal with and frustrating. Because, right, as you can see, them original tracks are now definitely covered in the woods and areas just like this. You'll never be able to find them just like that unless they make a walking path. Which I don't know if they did yet. They did supposedly open up a path in South Ashburnham, or was working on one. I read that too. But that I haven't seen yet, and it's probably still in the working, so there's supposed to be... It's just crazy though, because along Route 12 there is a friggin', a railroad track that looks like that, and I think I read something that said it ran along Route 12, but I do see like tracks and marks of where it would be, but even that disappears, fills in, there's rocks in there, and looks like it could get cut off, or it went across the road or something, and then it goes into the river and wherever this friggin' thing may have been. And then I could see it crossing the road, but coming up over the river on the right side if you're coming from Winchton. So, there's a lot of damn things that are aggravating about this and trying to find this. Hopefully the DPW or whatever, the road crew or whoever the lady sent me to, I forgot now, but I'll be calling again and getting that and see if they found anything. But yeah, this is this is what I love to do best, finding missing things. And when the story happened in 1977, yeah, these damn tracks must have got torn up maybe through the early 80s, mid 80s, and eventually disappearing by the late 90s, of course, and so forth. But like I said, I'm trying to Murray Road. I gotta get out on these roads and drive down. Then you got South Main Street over here, and Sishy, and then you got the South Pleasant Street. Yeah, which that, I think I know right where this is. And I gotta get out there and check this goddamn out. But most importantly, I want to get to this. Actually, now that I look at it, and this fork in the road, that almost looks like where the gas station is now. Mike's gas station, well, it got burned down in a fire though. And they rebuilt it, but that looks like it runs right through the friggin' gas station. So, I gotta figure this one out. And if that's it, and if that's the original railroad tracks that they cut out and made this loop around, well, then I got something to be looking for, boy. There's something in there missing, and you can't see it because, of course, it's been deleted from time. But I just gotta figure out where them goddamn tracks led to. But anyways, another article I found. I had to get this out, documented. Until the next video, be safe, take care. And oh yeah, you better believe. Because this morning, remarkably, I got myself, right, 2 goddamn flying saucers. 2 pictures, man. Believe with me. I'm going to make everybody believe when I find this goddamn site. Hopefully I can find Bigfoot or Skinwalker, or whatever the hell I'm looking for. Because I know they're out there. I know this shit's starting to get fucking crazy. I'm starting to get closer to whatever it is that's been pulling me for many, many years. And god damn it, it's coming alive. Can't wait. It's gonna be huge, people, huge. Out.